Welcome back, guys, to the CFB Rundown. I'm your host, JT Hill, and today we're just going to be breaking down really the national championship and it's kind of the end of college football for the 2025 to 2026 season. So just kind of going over that, and yeah, let's just get right into it. The national championship. Indiana 27 and Miami 21. This was a very slow-paced game, and at first, I thought Indiana could demolish Miami because they just came out rolling, and then very slowly they started to slow down their pace, and then they came back up once again. But then Miami just kept slowly coming back, and they made it a game, and they had a chance to win the game, honestly. But before we go to Miami, let's go to Indiana. Let's go to the stats. Fernando Mendoza. Not the best game of the season. By far not the best game. 16 completions for 27 attempts. Threw for 186 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. Honestly, we knew that this was one of the games that Fernando Mendoza would have because of how great Miami's defense is. Their defense is stacked. Their secondary was looking a little bit rough there in the game. They got so much penalties, but they held it, and they definitely held Fernando Mendoza to definitely a lot lower expectations people were thinking. 16 completions is not a ton. Fernando Mendoza actually had more touchdowns in the college football playoff than incompletions, which is kind of crazy to think about. But not a big running game either. Kalen Black, 17 carries for 79 yards. Roman Hemby, 19 carries for 60 yards. So neither of them had an outstanding game, but both of them combined definitely had great games. Omar Cooper Jr., 5 receptions for 71 yards. Charlie Becker, wow, that guy, his story's awesome. Just the entire Indiana football story is awesome. 4 receptions for 65 yards. Elijah Surratt, not a huge game, 3 receptions for 28 yards. And Charlie Becker, just so you know, he was on Indiana before Curt Cignetti came, so 3 years ago now. And when Curt Cignetti came, he basically told all the Indiana players, you're gone. I got new players. But Charlie Becker entered the portal. I want to say entered it. And then Curt Cignetti was like, hey, stay with me if you want to win. And last year, he was mainly special teams, and even at the start of this year, but he developed a very big role whenever Elijah Surratt was injured. And he was awesome, dude. I think he definitely has a shot. Personally, just after watching him, he has some nice mosses on people. And I think he might be able to make it to the NFL, maybe a very late round pick, but I think he definitely showed people what he's really about. So awesome story for him. But yeah, not crazy stats where you're like, holy cow, that guy had a great game. Jamari Sharp with the 1 interception for Indiana. So yeah, if you looked at these stats, you would think that it was a good game. And that Miami honestly had a shot because Carson Beck was 19 for 32, threw for 230 yards and a touchdown. Mark Fletcher had 17 carries for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Malachi Toney with a massive game, 10 receptions, 122 yards, and a touchdown. So, if you're comparing those stats, you're like, wait, Miami could have won this if you hadn't saw the score, obviously. But there's one difference. It's the interception by Carson Beck. That, as a Carson Beck fan, as a Miami fan, I'm not. But if you are one of those, that's got to be the most, you want to throw something at the TV. And you would, if you know this, you know why. Carson Beck had 6 losses in his entire career as a college football quarterback. 4 of those losses came on Carson Beck interceptions, game-losing interceptions. That has got to be so painful to be in the national championship, having a chance to win. And they were driving, a couple penalties, and they had a shot. And then you throw an interception. When he threw that ball, it was like the entire world just knew that's getting picked. I don't know if it was miscommunication or what, but that sucks, honestly. If you're Carson Beck, if you're a Carson Beck fan, if you're a Miami fan, even if you're a Georgia fan, because you know that was Carson Beck, and that was the Carson Beck that we were all waiting for. I mean, the dude had 4 interceptions against Louisville. That's a red flag. And I think he definitely toned it down as the season got on, but that was not to be mean, but that was a perfect way to end Carson Beck's career with how his career has gone. But hopefully, wishing him the best in the NFL. Obviously, you don't want to wish someone to throw 6 interceptions in 2 games. I'm talking to you, Carson Beck, against Louisville and SMU. Moving on, I mean, this is the end. This is the end of the college football season from 2025 to 2026, and it's pretty sad. I mean, college football, personally, my favorite sport. Should be yours too. But it's done, and it honestly went by pretty quick for me. I think I kind of took it for granted, and I hate to say that, but I just got so excited for it, and then whenever it came, it was just I don't know. But I think having this podcast has helped me just really not take it for granted so much anymore. And yeah, I'm learning not to do that anymore because it kind of sucks. But I'm thankful for the college football season. I mean, it's a great sport. I thank God that I get to watch football. I mean, it sounds so stupid. I get to have a podcast about football. Whether we have 20 subscribers, whether we have 50,000 subscribers, I'll continue to try and make content. But yeah, I mean, it was a great season. There was many surprises, Miami, Indiana, many disappointments like LSU, Penn State, and Clemson. But there's many highs and many lows. College football's still the best sport. But before we go, I don't want to go into the 2026, 2027 season already. Probably going to start that maybe next week. But the college football playoff is likely to have 12 teams next season. I think it's already confirmed, as the Big Ten and SEC could not agree to a 16-team format or a 24-team format. And I'm going to give you my opinion real quick on what it should be. Personally, I would love 16 teams. I got to be honest with you, I would. But I lived in Maryland, lived in Louisville, and I lived in Arizona. I like ASU, Maryland, and Louisville. That's that side of me talking. The logistic side of me, where I kind of process out of my brain, we need to keep it at 12. Because fans like me, oh, I can't wait. It's 16. Maybe one of my teams have a chance. They don't make it. They get 17. Oh, we just got to go up to 20. Maybe then my team will have a chance next season. They get 21. Oh, just make it 24. Your team gets 25. It's going to happen. And we're all saying, oh, if we get it to 16, we're not going to complain anymore. You're still going to complain. Just being honest with you. I'm going to complain. The entire college football world will complain. And that's just the reality of it. I think we have to stay at 12. I understand 16. And I think I would be willing to do that. But 16's the max. Like, even that, you're just starting to get into like a college basketball tournament, and it just makes it crazy. I'm fine doing 16 because it's close to the NFL. Currently, NFL is 14. We're at 12 right now. I'm fine 14 or 16, but I think that's what we all want, but it's not what we need to do. I think we might need to keep it at 12 because we start getting ahead of ourselves, and I don't know. I mean, it's a crazy topic, and a lot of people get in heated arguments about it. Personally, I think it has to stay at 12 just to keep college football sane. But yeah, hopefully y'all like this podcast. I mean, it's been a bit, but hoping to make a lot more now. Quinn's been doing good. I think Quinn's alive. If you want to go subscribe to him, his channel is Quan10K. I'll put it in the description. But he's been making a lot of content. I think he just passed 600 subscribers, and he just makes a bunch of edits. So yeah, thank you all for listening to this podcast, watching it on Spotify, whatever you watch it on, listen to it on. But yeah, hopefully y'all have a great rest of your day. It's been JT checking it out. See ya.